came in 1960. My husband got a job in Moora as a motor mechanic. I was having my second baby, so I waited till he was born, and then I came in the November. We only intended to stay 2 years. Here we are, 2025.
What do you think happened that extended it from that 2-year timeline to?
I think it's the community.
Mm-hmm.
My husband joined Apex Club, which put you out there with the local people. That's where volunteering work started. I've been in CWA and I'm still in CWA. Moora Historical Society, Moora Equestrian Council, Moora Pony Club, Rotary, Moora Historical Society. I'm current president and I'm the curator of the museum.
So with the Rotary, it's interesting that it's not just what you volunteer within Moora that has an impact. It's so widespread globally within that.
Yes, they're involved in Bali with putting, they've put water in Bali in different places where villages didn't have water. They also promote finding out where the turtles go when they come to lay their eggs. So they tag them, and Moora Rotary Club supply the tag. Some of our members have been there when they've done that.
How many years is it that you've been involved in the Rotary?
Since 1976, I think.
I feel like you'll always be involved in it?
Well, I'm not a paying member, I'm an honorary member, but I help out when I can. I used to do all the flower arrangements for the auctions and things.
But it's still something that you feel like you'll have,
yes.
some sort of involvement
Yes, well, my husband was very involved, so I've kept on with an interest.
Do you feel like it's important for you to keep doing some of those things that your
husband
definitely
was
doing?
I think it keeps, wake up in the morning and think, well, what have I got to do today? Plenty of things to do. I think it's when you stop doing things, that's when it hits you.
So many different categories, I suppose, of volunteering that you got yourself into. What drew you to each?
Well, I think it's different phases of your life. You know, you have a young family and then the family get into sport, so you join there. Everything sort of comes at a different time and you take on that challenge and you enjoy it. Well, in the current phase of my life is the museum. I've always loved history. I'm a lover of antiques as well. I think that keeps me going, really.
Yeah, I can see in your home that you have so many of those little trinkets and things from the past. And what have you experienced in your time in Moora from that historical point of view that you feel like has really stuck with you?
When we had the floods in '99, that's what kept our town together. Everybody came together to help one another wherever possible. So that was one of the good things that came out of a bad situation.
I tend to think that natural disasters like that always bring people together. Is that something that is mentioned quite a bit within the Moora Museum? Yes,
we have a very big display, and we have photos back from 1917 when they had floods here, 1932, 1963 I think it was, another flood. We had 3 in '99.
Where were you before you came to Moora?
I came from Perth, and as I said, we were only coming for 2 years. So we had built a new home in Melville. We rented it out for the first year, and then we went back to Melville for a year, and then decided that country life was better for us.
What is it that made you feel better?
I think it was just, you went to the bank, you were K, not number 142, or same if you went to the butcher's or the grocery store, whatever. It was your first name or Mrs. Lewis, whatever. Yeah, we're so lucky. We have, doctors, hospital, chemists, physio, you name it. We are so lucky. And I find down at the museum when we have visitors come in, and they might say, what's in Moora to keep you here and whatever. And when you name it, they say they can't believe it, that we're so lucky to have all those facilities. My time in Moora, I've got lifelong friends that I met when I first came, and they're still friends today. And after Frank passed away, I joined a little group. We'd go for coffee, and I started off 1 day a week. I think it's nearly 5 or 6 days a week I go and have coffee. But it's company. You talk about different phases, what's happening in Moora, all sorts of things, keeps you up to date. And Maureen Tonkin and myself, we went over to Northern for Volunteer Day. Back in the day, they had a Mardi Gras here, and they had a competition. And I was the queen, and this is when you had to get dressed up. That's a paper clipping. I was instigator of the plaques and the trees when we had our 100-year celebration here. That's me hugging a tree. A photo with dishevelled yard with the flood. Rotary, hosting Rotary exchange students.
It seems like you've had such a fun time
Yes,
in Moora.
yes.
That's
definitely.
what comes across with all of this. Like,
Yeah.
you seem like you've got a great sense of humour. It's just about getting involved with people that you've known over the years. I would love to know what you would personally say to future generations about getting involved in things and like why that's so important.
I think volunteering is very important to keep your town alive. We are finding at the museum, you know, we are all getting older and trying to attract younger people to come and join us and other organisations. We definitely need some younger people to come on board, show them the ropes while we're still here as well, and with new ideas. That's one of the big things, I think, you know, younger people come on with new ideas, better ideas than what perhaps we may have done. And we're quite happy to step back on our little role and let people take on their ideas.